After analyzing the situation, I decided to move this panel here, which is on the, see if that's east. Then this is west. No, wait, this is north. Yes, this is the north. This end must be north, the northern exposure. Yes. East is that way, to the right. The north is this way. I've decided to open up this northern exposure panel. I moved the panel on the inside, and I undid the bottom. And you can see I've tied, I put some cordage down there so that we can tie it to this rope down here. Another piece of cordage down there to secure it down. And we moved it on the inside so we can roll it up from the inside. We don't have to go outside the building. And that will give us a slot right here, strip for air. So that's what the plan is. I'm going to go ahead and roll it up and see how that works. This is how our wall looks rolled up. The wall panel. And it's actually making a an exposure on the northern side, and this must be the southern. Yeah, so this is the door opens to the south, and the cross ventilation opens to the north. And since installing it, I can already feel the wind blowing through. So it's already cooling it down a little bit. I'm debating if I want to open up this side too, but then that means moving all this stuff. Or maybe open it up over here somewhere to get another vent. But it's actually cooler right now because of this opening. Now, I had noticed something kind of crazy here. Ants were crawling all around here, but they were like dead, see, I just took one off there. Dead mosquitoes. I don't know what's causing the mosquitoes to die and then fall on top of the tent. Or they're flying onto the tent trying to suck my blood while I was inside, and they died trying to suck blood that they couldn't get. But there was like literally dozens of dead mosquitoes out here, sitting on here. And there are ants crawling around here, and some managed to get inside the tent. So I had to figure out how to deal with that. If you guys have suggestions, might be good. I'm probably going to spray bug spray along the perimeter of the yurt, since I can get some bug spray. But it looks like this opening like this is going to work to help cool the yurt down. I appreciate your suggestion, Doc. I was going to cut and make a window, and that would cause all sorts of problems. And then I was going to put a window over here, but see, now that I'm looking at the sun exposure, that right there wouldn't have been too bad because there's some shade. Let's put one there and one over here where I obviously laid the grill for what was going to be the windows. But I can see that side has a eastern exposure, so sunlight would be coming in all day long, making it hotter in here than it already is. But standing here, I can actually feel a breeze blowing through because a breeze is shooting straight from here through to the southern side. So I might try to open up this side a little bit. Debating here. But see, if I open it up, I have to make sure that we can easily access the opening. This would probably be the best spot, but if I do this, then the kitchen might have to move. The wall unit here. Of course, I might be able to shift it over just a little bit. All we need to do is expose this little side here, which I think I'm giving serious thoughts to doing, because it would give us 3 points of entry and airflow for the air to blow through. I only have to move it over. I don't know if I can do it because that panel's pretty big. I think. Or I can do this other panel here. It might be easier. It might be easy to do this other panel, but I don't know if that'll help that much. Assuming I can undo the tape without ripping it to shreds. I think we'll leave this panel closed. This would be a good panel to open up, but then we lose our cabinet right here, which is actually a good spot for it. It allows a little trash. I gotta clean up this mess here though. And when you're cooking, you can access things. I think we might try to do that panel right there. Here then is our finished new back window. Unfortunately, I don't have any more mosquito netting, or I could put the mosquito netting here, maybe even a wood frame, and make it similar to the window at the front of the yurt. But for now, at least we can get cross ventilation, and I can close down this whole panel. I'll have to close the panel on the inside of the yurt instead of going through, because there's stuff tying the window unit in place. So that's what's going to have to happen. But anyhow, we now have cross ventilation, and by having this section like this, we can kind of keep the animals out. I may try to do another one over here somewhere. It depends on whether or not I think I can do it successfully, because this other window panel may be able to go here, and that way we get some more ventilation, because this ventilation is helping quite a bit actually. Taking Doc's idea one step further, i.e. not really making the windows, but opening up the panels as needed. I've decided, hey, you know what? I can cross vent the entire structure, which is actually helping a lot. I essentially just unzip tied one of the corners and tied the top so we can tie it down. And this way we can get ventilation across the whole structure. You can see I put a vent hole over there. We got our vent window. A vent hole here, way up the front. And I may put a little vent hole here. Although this part here has the sun coming in, so we might not want to do that right where the sun is. So maybe we won't put one there. What I need to do is plant a tree or something out here to cool down the yurt. The shade will help keep this area cooler, because this is, you can actually feel the heat radiating from this wall, because there's no shade over here. But we've got a vent hole there, we got the window back there, and we have another vent hole here. So I think that will do for now, other than the shade and fixing the leak up here. I mean, actually there was a leak over here. You can see I had to bucket out. So I think the structure is as vented as we're going to vent it for now. Unless I get a tree or something here, and then I can vent this side, because right now it's too hot. Taking the idea even further and did the other panel too. What that allows is a bigger opening, which allows more breeze to come through. So we have and not only that, we have a nice little window we can look out now to the side. I can actually see Yurt 1.0 from here now. And the back will keep like that, so it has venting on the bottom too. And this side has a nice little window as well now. So we can actually look around and see that we need to plant a tree over there. That spot right there. We need to put up a structure, a tall tree that will cast shadow over here, so that if this yurt stays here for a while, the sun will be blocked right there at that spot. So that little corner over there needs a tree. There used to be a tree here, but sadly it died. So we'll put up another tree or something to help vent. Not help vent, but help shade the area. But now we actually have the ability to look around the yurt, all around it, like a 360-degree view pretty much. So that's really good. We can see stuff. Maybe see some wild animals and stuff. And I guess during the daytime, the chore, whoever's staying here, the task will be to vent the windows. I might make a little checklist. Vent the windows. So it's actually making a huge difference. Temperature went down quite a bit since making all these vent holes, because what was happening was the yurt was behaving almost like a greenhouse. Heat was coming in, radiating through the barrier here, and just sitting in here. Because my fan's not running, and the reason my fan's not running is I'm out of electricity. My battery pack ran out, so that's going to need to be charged up. But doing it like this, it can be vented, so that the unit is got airflow coming through. So this works really well. Thank you, Doc, for making that suggestion, because it didn't cost anything. All I had to do was just take down the tie here on the corner, and it can vent out. So this wall design is actually a lot more useful than I thought it would be. If I had to build something, I would do it like this again, because you can vent easily, and you should be able to close everything up within a few minutes, you know, in the event of a rainstorm, except for that section right there. But I think having a floor vent here helps the air to go through completely from door to the back side. But this window section here, I will need to get a mosquito screen, and then it can be left open. But the auxiliary windows there are terrific, and they allow air to flow completely through the building, which is awesome.